Alright everyone, tonight we're going to talk about something that sounds dramatic, maybe even unbelievable, until you see it happening with your own eyes. Because Roblox isn't just a platform for games anymore. It's a world where some developers have figured out how to do something much darker. Not just entertain players, but control them. This is the story of how certain Roblox games stop being games and start becoming cults, complete with loyalty systems, emotional manipulation, and communities that blur the line between fandom and obsession. It's about how young players get trapped in social circles that reward obedience, punish dissent, and make them believe they're part of something bigger, when really, they're just being used. It always starts small. You join a new Roblox game. Maybe it's a role play, a simulator, a tycoon, something that looks harmless. The game welcomes you warmly. There's a friendly community, a Discord server link, maybe even a family or faction system. Everyone seems positive, supportive, excited to have you there. You feel like you belong. The developers act like friends. The mods talk to you directly. And there's always some kind of ranking system that makes you feel important. Ranks like loyal member, elite, or inner circle. At first, it feels like a reward for being active. But what you don't realize yet is that this is step one of something much bigger. Because in these kinds of communities, loyalty isn't just encouraged, it's demanded. The moment you join the Discord, the tone shifts. There are rules, but not just normal ones about behavior. They include expectations. How often you should play, what you should post, even who you should talk to. Some servers have daily check-ins, where players must report activity or attendance. Others use point systems, rewarding players who support the game by sharing it on TikTok or bringing in new members. It's not just a game anymore. It's recruitment. Every share, every shout-out, every screenshot is free marketing disguised as community engagement. And the players, mostly kids, don't even realize they're being used as advertisers. What's truly manipulative is how these developers keep people hooked emotionally. They use language that sounds caring but is actually controlling. We're a family here. Real fans stay loyal. Don't listen to outsiders who don't understand us. It's classic isolation psychology. The same tactics cult leaders use in the real world. They create an us versus them mentality, where anyone who criticizes the game is labeled a hater or an enemy. If someone leaves, they're called a traitor. If someone speaks up, they're accused of starting drama. The goal isn't to make players happy, it's to make them dependent, to make them feel like their worth comes from belonging to that specific community. And the systems built into Roblox make this easy. Developers can track playtime, logins, purchases, and group activity. They know who's loyal and who's drifting away. Some even reward constant activity with in-game perks, loyalty bonuses that make it harder to quit. If you stop playing, you lose your streak. You lose your rank. You lose your social status. The longer you stay, the more you've invested, and the harder it becomes to walk away. It's not just about fun anymore. It's about identity. And for a lot of kids, that's a terrifyingly effective trap. In some cases, it gets even worse. Developers use Discord servers to build hierarchies, creating ranks and private channels that only trusted members can access. They call them leadership circles, or elite squads. Players start competing for recognition, doing whatever it takes to get noticed by the developer or the higher-ups. They grind for hours, donate Robux, and enforce the group's rules to climb the ladder. It's the Roblox version of brainwashing, loyalty through gamification. And once you reach those higher ranks, you're not free, you're deeper in. Now you're expected to moderate, recruit, and defend the group online. You've become part of the control system. And then there's the emotional manipulation. Some of these developers position themselves as mentors or parental figures. They'll tell kids things like, "I believe in you," or "You're special. That's why I picked you for this role." They make players feel seen and valued, but only inside their community. It creates emotional dependency. If the player ever tries to step away, the developer might guilt them. "After everything I did for you, you're leaving?" It's manipulative, but it works, because these kids trust the people behind the screen more than they trust anyone else. Some of them even send money or gifts, just to stay in good favor. And the developers, they call it supporting the project. Sometimes, these communities evolve into full-blown cult-like ecosystems. They have rituals, weekly events, loyalty ceremonies, and exclusive member-only gatherings, where they reinforce devotion to the group. Players are told they're part of something revolutionary, something that will change Roblox forever. The language becomes almost religious. And the leaders, the developers, act like prophets. They promise that one day the game will blow up and everyone who stayed loyal will be rewarded. That's the hook. Stay faithful now and you'll be famous later. It's a dream that keeps kids grinding long after the fun is gone. Behind all of this is profit. These cult games thrive on microtransactions. Developers create cosmetic items, donation game passes, or VIP ranks that symbolize devotion. The more loyal you are, the more you spend. Not because you want the item, but because you want recognition. The community celebrates big spenders, calling them pillars of the family. They even hand out special Discord roles to donors, making them feel like heroes. It's not about gameplay anymore. It's about status. A manufactured hierarchy built on Robux and emotional leverage. And the developers know exactly what they're doing. Some of the most extreme cases involve actual psychological manipulation. Developers or moderators harass players who try to leave, spread rumors about them, or publicly shame them in Discord. Don't trust that person. They betrayed us. They're jealous of our success. It's toxic control disguised as community management, and it's frighteningly effective. Because Roblox players are often young and impressionable. They just want to belong somewhere, and these games weaponize that need for belonging. If you think this sounds rare, it's not. You can find dozens of Roblox games with these same patterns. Loyalty badges, cult-like families, aggressive moderation, and emotional language. Some roleplay groups have even been exposed for behaving like authoritarian regimes, with ranks like overseer or commander and rules dictating how members should speak or dress. The players follow these orders because they think it's all just part of the game. But over time, it stops feeling like a game. It becomes social conditioning. The disturbing part is how normalized it's become. On TikTok and YouTube, you'll find kids proudly showing off their loyalty ranks, their Discord titles, their special in-game uniforms. They talk about their family or army, as if it's an honor, not realizing they're being manipulated. And when outsiders question it, they get attacked. You don't understand, we're different. That's the same thing cult members say in real life. The line between fandom and fanaticism is completely erased. Roblox does have rules against off-platform exploitation and harmful communities, but they rarely enforce them. Unless a group gets massive media attention, it stays untouched. Roblox moderation can't keep up with the scale of the problem. Millions of games, millions of servers. So these communities thrive in the shadows, growing larger, more organized, and more toxic. And every day, new players get pulled in, thinking they've found friends, when really, they've found recruiters. What makes it even more sinister is how the developers justify it. They tell themselves they're building community, that it's all about passion and belonging. But if you peel back the surface, it's about control and money. It's about keeping people loyal long enough to turn their time and their wallets into profit. And they'll say anything to maintain that control. Don't leave. Don't listen to outsiders. Stay loyal and good things will come. It's manipulative kindness, the most effective kind. You might wonder why Roblox doesn't crack down harder. The truth is, they benefit from it. Every cult-like community means thousands of hours of engagement, thousands of Robux transactions, and massive social media visibility. These loyalty systems keep people logged in, spending, and recruiting others. From a business perspective, it's perfect. From a moral perspective, it's horrifying. Roblox gets to profit from manipulative ecosystems while pretending to be a safe, wholesome platform for kids. The saddest part is watching players who finally wake up. The ones who realize they were manipulated, who leave the Discord servers and talk about the guilt and confusion they feel. Some describe it like breaking free from a toxic relationship. They lose their online friends, their rank, their status. They have to rebuild their entire sense of self outside the game. It's emotional damage that shouldn't exist in what's supposed to be a children's platform. So what can players do? The first step is learning to recognize the signs. If a developer or community tells you that you're special for being loyal, be cautious. If they try to isolate you from outsiders or punish you for asking questions, get out. If you're told to donate, promote, or obey without reason, understand that it's not friendship, it's control. Real communities don't guilt you for leaving. Real friends don't keep score. And real games don't need cults to survive. Parents need to be aware too. Roblox isn't just a collection of harmless minigames anymore. It's a vast social ecosystem, where manipulation can hide behind pastel colors and cheerful chat bubbles. Talk to your kids about the difference between community and control. Teach them to question anyone who demands loyalty instead of respect. Because once you fall into one of these groups, it's hard to climb back out. In the end, Roblox cults aren't built on faith. They're built on fear. Fear of losing status. Fear of disappointing others. Fear of being alone again. Developers exploit that fear because it's powerful. But players can break it by seeing through the illusion. These games only have power as long as people believe they do. Once you realize you don't owe loyalty to anyone, not a developer, not a group, not a Discord server, you're free. And maybe that's the real lesson Roblox won't teach you. Not how to code or build, but how to think critically. How to spot manipulation hiding behind community. Because as long as developers can turn friendship into business and loyalty into currency, Roblox will keep birthing these little digital cults. And the players, the ones who just wanted to belong, will keep paying the price.